I thought I was gonna die that night. You know, no one really took a while for someone to come and save me.
He didn't think he'd make it out alive. Now he's sharing his story. Tonight we speak with one of the victims in a house party shooting on the south side. In Uvalde, new evidence expected to be released from that deadly shooting at Robb Elementary that has local officials under widespread criticism. And school is back in session at CCISD, but one item on the book tonight, cell phones. We'll tell you what the school board is looking to discuss tonight. KRIS 6 News at 5 starts right now. Well, good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. We'll get to those stories in just a bit, but first at 5, 3 people are dead following a shooting at a Target North Austin. It happened just before 3 this afternoon. Details are still limited at this time, but police say the suspect had been taken into custody. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated both online and also on the air. Well, the Uvalde School District is set to be released records related to the 2022 deadly school shooting at Robb Elementary. Local officials came under widespread criticism for the delayed response to the mass shooting, which killed 19 children and 2 adults. None of the law enforcement officers who responded to the scene confronted the suspect until 77 minutes after he first entered the school. The documents reportedly include text messages and other exchanges between officials and documentation on known security issues at Robb Elementary. Well, he was shot at a house party on Beauvais Drive on the south side last Saturday. And after 1 week in the ICU fighting for his life, he is finally speaking out. In an exclusive interview, John Michael Gomez Jr., also known as Johnny Boy, spoke with our Ana Conejo on what happened that night. Johnny was one of the 2 people shot at the party. He says he went to pick up his underage cousin who was intoxicated that night. That is when a teen approached him for his gold chain and held a gun to his stomach. When he tried to fight back, that was when he was shot 5 times. He showed us his injuries, but they were too graphic to show on TV.
There's no point in trying to end someone's life just to make yours, you know, a decent, you know, just a little better, just for that valuable item.
Johnny says he is speaking out today to bring awareness in ending gun violence among teens. He also says he's grateful for the community support and will continue to fight to keep those accountable responsible for their actions. And the Nueces County Auditor has been fired. Today, the Board of Judges voted to terminate Grayson Meyer just 3 months after he was appointed. The county auditor reports to district court judges and is the key financial watchdog for county operations. No word yet on why he was terminated or who will take over. We'll be sure to keep you updated. And CCISD is continuing to outline how it will regulate no phones in schools. The Texas House recently passed House Bill 1481, which aims to regulate the use of personal communication devices on school campuses. During the school board meeting today, rules will be discussed on adopted to serve the needs of students, and those include the prohibition of personal communication devices, device storage requirements, and specific time restrictions during the school day. And today was the first day of back to school for thousands of CCISD students, and emotions ran high amid laughter, hugs, and the occasional yawn. The school hallways were once again filled this morning. For some, returning to school means reuniting with old friends, and others, it means dealing with nerves and butterflies in their stomach.
It's pretty nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Because it's a new school. I don't know anybody like that.
I already see all my friends here, so that's a plus. But I feel like it's gonna be a good year.
Well, good luck to them. 33,000 students begin classes today at CCISD. We wish them a great and successful school year. And Alice ISD also headed back to school today. Neighborhood News reporter Melissa Trevino spoke with parents as they dropped off their kids this morning at Signs Elementary, including Maria Hinojosa.
Every parent just wants for them to have a great, smooth year and to succeed, and learn as much as they can. I worked for the district for many, many years, and I have the utmost faith in our educators, and I know that my children are in very good hands.
While students hit the books, Alice ISD officials tells us the whole community needs to stay vigilant about school safety, including the new cell phone policy. And CCISD's Hamlin Middle School is welcoming families and students with their brand new $72 million campus. This stands along South Staple Street, holding up to 750 students. The campus has many amenities, including 22 classrooms, a fine arts wing, 2 gyms, a weight room, and more. Neighborhood News reporter Ana Conejo spoke with teacher Amber Melchor, who is a Hamlin alum. She says she is excited for this new chapter.
It was honestly breathtaking. I walked in and I couldn't even believe it. It felt like I was walking into a college, university. It was just amazing.
Well, the campus is not fully furnished yet, but campus officials say they hope to finish it in the next several weeks. Well, on the south side, students started their first day ever at the brand new Lexington Middle School over on Yorktown. Chris 6 Sunrise anchor Brian Huffman got a sneak peek at what's waiting for them this school year after the 2 gyms and weight room to a modern library and computer lab. Lexington Middle School is the latest facility to help students succeed. It's one of just 3 CCIC campuses with shared learning spaces designed to encourage collaboration among students. And the 160,000 square foot building has 30 classrooms, each outfitted with a smart board.
I want kids to be excited because we have a little something special for them when they walk in that to the front door on Monday. So just to come excited and be ready to learn and get to meet your teachers.
Well, crews have been working nonstop for 2 years to make it ready for the school year. And while the inside is complete, work is still underway on some of the outdoor areas like the tennis courts and the football fields. And the on again, off again water flow at the Water Garden is off again. The Water Garden's fountain was shut down Sunday for some maintenance. It's expected to wrap up by Friday. The Water Garden reopened just over a year ago after being shut down for 7 years because of damage from Hurricane Harvey. And President Trump plans to deploy the National Guard to the nation's capital as part of a crime-fighting effort. And many say he's overstepping.
It's absurd. I mean, D.C. is a city, and there's the issues that any city has, but it's absurd.
Protesters held a rally in D.C. today ahead of Trump's announcement to increase federal law enforcement in the city. He says he wants to make the nation's capital a safer city, but the local law enforcement and the Justice Department says violent crime in the city fell to a 30-year low. And we know the sweltering temperatures continue across the coastal bend, but do we have any chances of rain, and how does that look like? We're going to bring in meteorologist Diamond Dixon, who has those chances for us, if we have any.
Yeah, that's right, Claire. Well, the good news is that those chances are here. They're just pretty light. They're not as high as that we would want them to be, but they will be in the forecast tomorrow as well. We saw those chances a little bit over the weekend and a little bit today. We had some passing showers as well. We have our live look outside CCAC overlooking Snoopy's Pier, and we also have some gusty winds this afternoon. But like I said, those rain chances return tomorrow afternoon as well, and by the end of this week, Thursday and Friday, we have a more promising opportunity of rainfall. We're currently at 97 here in Corpus Christi. We feel like 105 with our southeast wind just coming in at 16 miles per hour. Temperatures right now are ranging from 90 to 100 degrees from the coast to further inland out to Cotulla. So we have a little bit of a warmer variation happening. But coming up in my full forecast, I will be breaking down what our upcoming rain chances look like.
Teaching with Tech. I'm Stephanie Molina, and I'll show you how teachers in the Coastal Bend are doing just that for the upcoming school year.
Well, we've asked you, our viewers, to submit photos of your kiddo's first day of school sent in by Alyssa Salinas. This is the student of pre-K. She's so cute. And if you want to submit your photos, just scan the QR code on your screen.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
New technology, including AI, continues to grow, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm Stephanie Molina, your neighborhood news reporter in Robstown, and I'll show you how teachers across the Coastal Bend are learning how to use this tech in the classroom.
ChatGPT, very popular now. The reality is, AI isn't going anywhere anytime soon. That's why local teachers came together for the Tech Connect conference at Robstown ISD.
So a lot of our sessions are actually circled around AI, and it's to give the chance for our educators, everyone from our administrators to our teachers to our paraprofessionals, to know what is out there currently.
That's Rachel Medrano. She's the Instructional Technology Coordinator with Robstown ISD. She says it's time for teachers to embrace this new digital age.
Oh, I can use it for this, I can use it for that, I can use it to help me lesson plan, I can help it design my flyer, and it does it within seconds.
AI is a tool for teachers and a powerful one. Medrano says there's tools that they can incorporate to lessen their workload, but still help their students.
If I leave this tool open for my students, it's like having my personal assistant help that student.
Isabel Lopez is about to start her first year teaching at Agua Dulce. She says she's trying to learn all she can ahead of the school year.
New students, they're accustomed to it, like that's all that they've ever known. And so I think it's better to know how to work with that and know like the limitations.
Even though she didn't have AI growing up, she says she's keeping an open mind as she enters her teaching career.
AI, technology, all that stuff is eventually gonna take over like the traditional way, like how I did it. So I just think it's better to just embrace it and just like learn as much as I can about it.
The next Tech Connect conference will be held next July. In Robstown, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
All right, well, it's time to get a look at our traffic right now. Taking a live look outside our SPID there, flowing. It looks good, but we'll take a look at some local roadways here at 512 this evening. From Portland to the Harbor Bridge, we are looking good and green. As I always like to say, green is good. Ocean Drive has a minor snag there close to Ennis-Jocelyn. SPID looking good as we just saw along our Skycam, but we are seeing slowdowns there along Saratoga by South Staples as well as Weber Road. Might be that school getting out in session there. Well, I'll have your full forecast coming up. Welcome back there, Coastal Bad Meteorologist Diamond Dixon here with the live look outside our CCAC camera overlooking Snoopy's Pier. We'll go ahead and jump into our forecast here. What we're expecting this week, we have closer to seasonal temperatures and we have a gradual warm up as we go towards the end of the week where we'll see our heat risk increase. And we have those slight chances of rain throughout the week, mainly into tomorrow as well as the end of our week. As you can see on Doppler radar, the past 6 hours, we saw some passing showers throughout our neighborhoods. Not everyone got rain, but we had some mid-level disturbance that led us to have the opportunity of rainfall. And so now you can see that those passing showers are finished for the evening, and we're expecting to see more tomorrow. So those rain chances are still pretty light tomorrow, and they increase again into our Friday with some isolated showers. So Future Tracker is pushing all the way into Tuesday afternoon where we could see our next opportunity of rainfall starting around 2 o'clock. You can see it's mainly concentrated along the coast because a lot of this rain's coming from the Gulf and from the north, and then it's moving south and out the way, and then we clear out up until our Thursday and Friday. Now temperatures and feel likes right now, we're at 90 along the coast here at the Naval Air Station, 97 for here in Corpus Christi, and a little bit warmer for sure as we go out west, still seeing triple digits, 99 there in Beeville and 96 in Kingsville. But what you'll also notice is that when we usually are in our 4 o'clock hour, we see our warmest part of the day, but we're not getting as warm for the next couple of days because we're on a more seasonal average there. So our average this week's about 96 degrees. So I feel like temperatures haven't really been exceeding about 106 for here in Corpus Christi. So tomorrow you'll see that same pattern where we'll touch triple digit feel like weather into our 11 o'clock hour, and that will usually last until 6 o'clock. Our current winds, we got a windy day here, a little bit of gusty winds as well. Southeast wind here in Corpus Christi at 16 miles per hour. Same for the Naval Air Station and Kingsville. And out there in Freer and San Diego, 15 miles per hour. But with wind gusts, we were almost to 30 miles per hour. As we get further into the evening, those winds will come down to about 25 and then just under 20 for our wind gusts. And hour by hour, we will be in the 90-degree range just by 7 o'clock, going into the upper 80s by 8. low 80s by 10 and 11. Into overnight, we hit upper 70s. And as we wake up into our Tuesday morning, we'll be about 77, 76 degrees with calm winds just under 5 miles out of the south. So today we hit a high of 97 degrees, but that record was set back in 1928 at 102 degrees, so we weren't that warm. And once again, we're more seasonal for the beginning half of the week because that average is 96. So heat risk wise, we'll kind of increase the heat this week, as you can see, between more majors. We go out west near Freer and Cotulla as we hit August 13th. So that's what we'll be mindful for. But all along, those temperatures will be close to normal once again throughout the week, with a slight dip Friday because of those rain chances that we're expecting into our Friday that will help lower our temperatures a bit, as you can see, closer to 94. So just until we get through our Tuesday and our Friday, keep your umbrella on standby.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, a recent study found that the cost of homeowners insurance has gone up 10% since last year. Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese has tips on how you can try and keep those costs down.
If your homeowner's insurance premium is built into your mortgage payment, you may not even realize how much you're paying for insurance until it's time to renew. But the good news is there are some surprisingly simple ways to lower that rate.
Paul Burns has spent the past few years making sure his home is in tip-top shape.
So you've done a lot of work on this house.
With a new roof, siding, and AC. So he can't believe that after all that work, he's just been hit with a $300 a year rate hike.
And they told me, I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Did you make any claims?
No, I had no claims.
Burns says his insurer blamed rising replacement costs.
I said, you raised my homeowner's insurance almost 25% because building materials went up. That's crazy.
Holden Lewis with NerdWallet says that extreme weather is one of the main reasons for home insurance increases.
We're seeing more frequent disasters, and when they hit, they're hitting more areas.
The other reason he says is inflation.
When it costs more to repair a house, it's going to cost more to insure that house.
To help keep costs down, Lewis recommends you shop around for a carrier and try to bundle your insurance policies if it gives a better rate. Keep in mind that your credit score could affect your premium. Lewis also advises weatherproofing your home.
Especially in hurricane country, keeping your roof relatively new, having storm-resistant windows and shutters.
Paul Burns was able to get his rate down a bit.
So I had to raise my deductible from $1,000 to $2,500 so I could afford it.
So check your policy and take action if it goes up so you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
And travelers passing through Corpus Christi International Airport can now enjoy a taste of the city. The airport just opened this Gulf Coast Capital Bar and Grill, open from 4 a.m. until the last flight of the night. Travelers can enjoy menu items from some local breweries and also restaurants. And Neighborhood News reporter Jada Jenkins talked to airport officials who says the hope is to create more jobs and attract more visitors to CCIA. And this isn't the only change coming to the airport. Another restaurant is expected to open by the end of the year. Well, we have asked you, our viewers, to submit your kiddos' photos of the first day of school. And this is Layla Love's first year of middle school, submitted by Diana Lerma. If you want to send in your photos, just scan this QR code on the screen.